Reacher, Season 2, Episode 1 was called ATM and ran 55 minutes, 41 seconds. We start 2 hours north of Manhattan with a man being dropped out of a helicopter. This show then cuts to Arkansas and we see Reacher trying to buy clothing from a thrift store. Jack is the best. He doesn't have enough money, so he has to go to the ATM, thus the title of the episode. He saves a lady from a carjacking. Neely gave Reacher a message by putting money into his account. This show is legitimately the fact that... So I saw a meme that said, Reacher is every man's fantasy, and I'm just like, how is it not the case that, I mean, that's just such a true statement, the idea of, being your own man, helping people in need, having friends that you can rely on that reach out to you by giving you money, no less. The Special Investigators team is just so much fun. I love when we flash back to their time together. You don't have to call me Major, but you do have to move. I love the writing for this character of Reacher. And, yeah. It's been a minute since Margrave is a line that Reacher says when he meets up with Neely, and she says it's been a minute since Margrave, and Reacher says it's been 2 years, 7 months, 10 days. The guy who was thrown out of the helicopter was tossed to avoid having ballistics. This was, I mean, obviously it's a terrible and not good way to be killed, but it's such a smart way for bad guys to operate where they say, they can trace bullets. They can't trace a person falling out of a helicopter, so that was well done. I ever tell you you're smart, Neely? Not nearly enough. That is such a great reoccurring bit between Reacher and Neely, is the idea of, have I ever told you? And she says, not nearly enough. It's big fun when we do all the flashbacks. Thumb drives are definitely the modern era floppy disk, the thing that can either save or destroy everything. Great, another team member is dead. That friggin' stinks. But in the case of the episode itself, it was a perfect 7 out of 5 stars. Season 2, Episode 1, ATM, is everything that I love about Reacher, and it just helps solidify how spectacular the story is, and especially the character is. Episode 2 ran 49 minutes, 46 seconds. What happens in Atlantic City? I'm going to guess stays in Atlantic City, although that's just a catchphrase, and nothing almost ever stays wherever they say it stays. Great line. Why did you hit him so hard? I don't hit soft. I can't get over how well executed Reacher is as a character. I'm so curious about Robert Patrick's character, because that guy, whether it be Terminator 2, The Marine, Scorpion, the TV show, I just like his work. He does good work, and he's a very good antagonist. Reacher, Neely, and O'Donnell have linked up with Dixon, still on the hunt for the rest of the Special Investigators. When next we see Robert Patrick's character, he says that he wants all 4 of them dead before tomorrow. And given the fact that he's taken out 2 Special Investigators already, I kind of think that the man means business. Sanchez, another member of the team, is missing. 2 of the other missing guys, one of which is known to be dead now, it's just very uneasy, the idea that this special team of Special Investigators is being taken out seemingly easily, or far too easily. I'm pretty sure this head of security in Atlantic City giving the team a suite is trying to, buy them off or turn them dirty. I don't know, but I got a bad feeling about it. Yeah, that security guy, I didn't trust him. Came in with terrible news. Sanchez and Orozco are dead. Well, 2 episodes down and too many members of the Special Investigators out. This was a 5 out of 5 star great episode, but man, the loss, the death, the pain of losing friends is really getting hard to bear for the team. Episode 3, Pictures Say 1,000 Words, ran 47 minutes, 28 seconds. 10 days earlier, maybe we'll learn Robert Patrick's role. Like, I assume he's the lead bad guy, but maybe he's not. Ah, crap. Patrick goes all Joker versus Jason Todd on Franzi. It's really crazy. I hate that Franzi got like that. He was such a great character. I love the flashbacks for that reason. Franzi's last thoughts are about Reacher. It's very both sad and interesting. How about you be with me in spirit if it is good enough for God? Oh my goodness, it's so this show just hits when it comes to one-liners. And especially when it comes to flashbacks, it knocks it out of the park. Not only do they feel important, but they are so much fun. Mr. Langston is Robert Patrick's name, and he is clearly not comfortable that things aren't going as planned. My goodness, that hardware store bomb was insane. The show just knows how to keep you hooked. O'Donnell uses brass knuckles, knives. He even shoots bad guys. This thing is just fun, and man, O'Donnell is a great character. There's a Queens detective. I believe his name is Russo. He is so cool, and he tells the team, he says, "I'm serious. No more cowboy shit." And that made for a very spectacular 6 out of 5 star episode. The show just knows how to hit hard and go fast, do great work. Episode 4, A Night at the Symphony. O'Donnell worrying Swan, the teammate, may be dirty, but Reacher doesn't believe any of his team can go bad. Neely finds information that may prove Swan is clean, which is, great news for Reacher. O'Donnell is a very fun addition to the show. His DC job is basically blackmail adjacent, as he puts it. Neely calls Reacher a kaiju. More fun flashbacks where we learn about all of the members of the Special Investigators. And it's just so beneficial to have these because it helps to care about the people that are being lost. We learn that there's a bad guy who uses the initials A and M, and he's very intelligent, dark and twisted, but intelligent, because the reason he uses the initials A and M is so that his signature never changes regardless of what his alias is. Boys and girls separate on 2 different missions. O'Donnell and Reacher go to get drugs and the ladies check out an empty house, but the owner peaced out quick. I love how Reacher is always wanting to pay back his friends, but Neely and O'Donnell want to do things for Reacher that he can't afford. It's just, it really shows off his and their different lifestyles. Oh, I love this nice cameo from Finley from season 1. I love this show so much. Special Agent Margrave is what he's called because of the callback to season 1. What an awesome biker street fight, Mr. Reacher. I have the means to give you whatever you want. What do you want? I want to throw you out of a helicopter. Once again, great 5 out of 5 stars. This season is just hitting on all cylinders. Whether it's your first time here or you're a regular here at Mr. Super Oz, I just want to thank you for tuning in to the channel. It exists because I, Oz, from the channel Mr. Super Oz, I wrote a 68-page graphic novel called Everlasting Survivors. Volume 1 is called All Day Long. If you follow the link in the description of this video, you can get yourself hats, shirts, posters, all kinds of fun things. But most importantly, you can get the story itself. And the more people that pick up the story, the greater the chances are that there can be continued adventures with these heroes. If you could, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, enjoy. Episode 5 ran 43 minutes and 2 seconds. We start at O'Donnell's house, and this is awesome. Reacher is a fan of O'Donnell's wife. She is very cool, and let's be real, his whole family is awesome. And the idea of the O'Donnell that was with the special investigators having a wife and kids is just mind-blowing to the team. And that is just such a relatable feeling for a friend. I can remember so many of my family telling a cousin at his wedding, "Oh, we never thought you'd be getting married. Oh, never thought this day would come." And it's just funny when life changes like that. The show cuts to Denver, Colorado. Makes me think of Michael Keaton's Jack Frost. Dixon and Neely are pretending they are inspectors trying to figure out or get information. They're only 10 minutes late. All of the little wings, these missiles, this rocket system that the government's been working on, are out the door and on the road. The trucker just got killed, and his cargo is taken. 100% not good. AM, the bad guy from the show, was also being investigated by Joe Reacher. And the government boys that knew Joe keep saying how Jack is just like his brother. It's so cool, and a callback to season 1, how that we saw Jack and Joe were very similar and cared for each other. Neely calls to warn Reacher. Swan appears to be dirty, and we get yet another flashback. Big fan of these things. Franzi's funeral is sad. Oh my goodness, the funeral is being fired on. Russo is such a great cop. Swan hired the hitman? There's no way. The hitman gets blown up. This thing was freaking spectacular. Like, this was a 6 out of 5 star episode. Just so much constant, awesome action. Episode 6, New York's Finest, ran 45 minutes, 25 seconds. We begin right where the last episode ended. Only the team is at a kid's playground. Everyone suspects Swan except Reacher, who still needs more evidence. AM gets messed with by a cop at a rest stop. This lady cop will 100% be killed. Yep, she got big time dead. Backup is on the way. I'm worried Russo might be so clean that he may not get out of this show alive. Ah, crap. Yep, Russo is confronting a friend who's not sure that I'm not sure this guy won't just kill him for the sake of it. Finley lived, so I think there's an even greater chance that Russo may die because, you know, Finley worked with Reacher and Russo's working with Reacher. I don't know if we can have 2 seasons where the cop who was helping the heroes makes it through. They paid me, I'll pay you. That's insane writing. Like, what makes this dirty cop think that this good guy will make fall for the same stuff? I don't know. Frustrating. Flashback time. Reacher says, "You can trust Dixon," which instantly makes me believe she might be dirty too. She might just be better at hiding it than Swan is. I think she is sleeping with Reacher to keep him away from the truth, or I'm just far too suspicious. O'Donnell is a very fun guy. The tide seems to be turning. Now it appears that Swan might actually be on the good side because we meet a character named Marlowe who's on the run from this company that Swan worked at, and she informs Reacher and the team that their friend was actually trying to stop all this bad stuff from happening. Reacher feels vindicated when this information is passed along that his friend might be innocent, which is great. I'm such a big fan of Russo protecting Jane, Marlowe's daughter. Russo is smart enough to stay away from his cop friend the guy who tried to get him to be dirty, who or wanted him to sell out at least. It's such a strong finish with the helicopter exit. It was a good 4 out of 5. Oh my goodness, Russo, you did good, buddy. You did good. Episode 7, Neely bringing up Roscoe, is both great and awkward. Great because it calls back to season 1, and awkward because Dixon just knows, without it being said, that by Reacher trusting Roscoe, that he probably got intimate with her. Dixon finds the mom and daughter a place to stay in Buffalo. The daughter is funny, wanting all of the killers to stop talking about murder. Russo's boss he's about to hear from Reacher and Neely, but Marsh will not like what this visit has in store for him because Marsh, the dirty cop, yeah, he's not ready for this meeting. O'Donnell is a good man. He is so good with Jane, the daughter, and Dixon is also very impressed with this. Dixon tells O'Donnell he can walk away. Then we get a great, fun flashback, and the flashbacks are so rewarding. I love them. The flashbacks really help to inform the present day stuff because the line Dixon gives O'Donnell about walking away is a callback, or is alluded to in the flashback when Reacher tells his whole team that they can walk away and have their heads held high, and then none of them leave, and they bust this big narcotics ring. It's very cool. Back to the present, Reacher and Neely pretend to be doctors/nurses to get information from this patient who is having a big bad time of it all. Reacher putting oxygen into his tube was crazy harsh because he said that it would basically hide the way that he died. They then get into a big chase with this bad guy. This show is just crazy. Langston, Robert Patrick's character, is either bluffing or he actually has Dixon and O'Donnell. Reacher is so good at bluffing also that he convinces Langston that Neely was killed during the exchange in the hospital, and that's why he can't get to Langston as fast as he wants to. Well, it's proven that Langston wasn't bluffing, and he does have O'Donnell and Dixon captured, and they're being tortured. This was a great episode. I really like the proof of life scene where Langston shows that he does have the team, and at this point in this episode before the last, 5 stars all the way, great episode, but it almost makes me think that Langston might end up taking out all of the special investigators, which is such a compliment to the bad guy, because normally when it comes to bad guys, I just assume the heroes will win, and almost easily. Season finale, episode 8, Flyboy, 42 minutes, 17 seconds. We open where the last episode ended. Langston and Reacher will make a hell of a hole. Yeah, Langston says to Reacher, "You'll make a hell of a hole when you hit the ground," which I just thought was so funny. O'Donnell gets shot. Dang, I hate this for him. I really don't want him to die. O'Donnell is also now getting stabbed. It's just like, what in the heck, guys? Why are you hurting my boy like that? Neely helps the boys and Dixon get free. Is Swan dead? Langston is very upset. Oh no, Langston took Swan's eye out of his head. Swan is being framed for all of the stuff Langston is doing. O'Donnell and Dixon get into a chopper so they can be killed like the rest of the special investigators, or the 110th. It's sad that it really looks like that the whole team might get taken out, and almost in very similar ways. Come on, Neely. She is doing her best to try and save Dixon and O'Donnell, but it's going to come down to Reacher, because, I mean, that's who the show is named after. The whole point of these flashbacks feel like a way to show how Reacher got the way that he is. And I love that it shows him getting out of handcuffs because he hid he hid the way that he gets out in his shoe, just like that they had hid drugs in rubber tires with that drug bust. Reacher jumping onto the tire of the helicopter was super crazy. The thing that made it extra insane is this helicopter is intended to kill his teammates / friends. What blows my mind even more is he was able to climb into this helicopter through the ramp. Everything is just crazy. Dixon is now hanging out of the helicopter. Is she gonna die? I don't know. Nope. Reacher saves her, and then Langston is tossed out of the helicopter, which is cool because Reacher is able to do exactly what he said he wanted, which was to throw him out of the helicopter. The special investigators took out AM and Langston. What is left? Oh, yeah. There was the senator who was not good, but he sent some help to work with Reacher, and those folks have turned on him because that's, of course, that's what's going to make sense. But Reacher used his brother's connections to the government and got Homeland tasked to help. And the Homeland guys are like, hey, where's the money? He's like, what money? So Reacher and team walk away with $65 million. And it's going to they're going to do their best to try and help make up for the bad that has happened, both with Russo and the living heirs of the special investigators. It's sad that they lost so many friends, but Reacher got everybody something amazing. And he even got himself a new toothbrush. This was a spectacular 6 out of 5 stars. And a great way to end. It's sad thinking about all the absent friends. It's very powerful. Dixon, she bought Reacher the toothbrush that he needed, told him to buy himself something nice, so he got a bus pass so that he could see his friends more often and get around. I fully recommend Reacher, both season 1 and season 2. Such quality stuff. Speaking of good quality stuff, check out my graphic novel via the link in the description of this or any other video. Thank you for tuning in. Come back next week. Enjoy.